as UCAS in Provo. That was on Friday, August 22nd, around 6 o'clock that night. Taylor attends the innovative STEM-focused high school in Provo, but lives in Payson. His parents say they lost contact with him around 7:45 that night. There was an unconfirmed sighting later that evening in the Provo area. I spoke with his parents, Sarah and Ryan, last week. Sarah mentioned there's a chance that Taylor went up Rock Canyon Trail right before it got dark, leading her to wonder if Taylor did go up that trail, if he made it back down. That thought was based off of an unconfirmed sighting of someone matching Taylor's description. Over the weekend, some kids found Taylor's backpack in the wetlands behind Hunter Park in American Fork. So Sarah said she talked to some park regulars who say they believe the backpack was there as early as the 26th, which would have been 4 days after Taylor was last seen. The discovery has not brought police any new concrete leads that they have shared with the Cranes. Taylor's parents believe he has his scooter. Taylor's known to frequent skate parks around the valley. He's got a UVU bus pass. That gives him access to both forms of public transit. If you see Taylor, please contact Payson Police, 801. You see on your screen, it is 25PA07445. It has now been 98 days since 15-year-old Kylie Ariano walked away from her Garden City home. Her cell phone turned off at the edge of the property that same day. I've been in contact with her mother, Stephanie, and the Rich County Sheriff's Office about this case for months now. As of last week, the FBI agreed to take on the case here and came to Stephanie's home in Garden City. While there, they took Kylie's laptop for forensic testing. It's a positive advancement, but these things take time. In the meantime, we can still help by keeping an eye out here. Rich County Sheriff's Office asking anyone with a possible sighting of Kylie, take a picture, share it with the Rich County Sheriff's Office immediately so they can investigate the tip. If you've got any information, the Rich County Sheriff's Office can be reached at 435-793-2285, referencing the case number 25R308. Kylie's mother created a Facebook group, Help Bring Kylie Ariano Home. If you'd like to see updates directly from family and friends of Kylie, we've done extensive coverage on this case, talking to family, the Rich County Sheriff's Office, and professional investigators. All of those past interviews that can be found on our YouTube channel. A death investigation underway at Lake Powell tonight, closing a 2-year-old missing persons case, or believed to be. Sheriff's deputies in Kane County say people at Lone Rock Beach spotted a vehicle just below the visible water line. When first responders arrived, they found human remains inside of that vehicle. The medical examiner is now working to identify the person and determine a cause of death. Deputies say the vehicle belongs to 54-year-old Mr. Dillinger, who was last seen at the Kanab Family Dollar store. That would be in December of 2023. Dennis Keith Dillinger is his name. Now to West Bountiful here, where a 17-year-old girl has been missing for 25 days. Charlotte Sterling hasn't been seen since August 9th, shortly before 10 that night. She told her mom she was going on a walk at Washington Park in Bountiful, but never came home, never returned. She was last seen wearing gray sweatpants, a black shirt, and a gray sweater. The 17-year-old is 5'3", about 135 pounds. If you see Charlotte or know where she is, call West Bountiful Police, 801-292-4487. For continued coverage on Utah's missing cases, join us on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. right here on Arc Salt Lake. We're dedicated to helping Utahns find answers or closure. Like always, you can reach out to me on the socials if you've got a case you would like us to look into. A tragedy in Washington County has left the community of Vail heartbroken. Deputies say a 3-year-old boy died after being left in an unattended vehicle on Monday. Liv Kelleher in Vail with how neighbors and community members are responding to this news.
You know, a young couple has tragically lost their 3-year-old child, and I think that's where the focus of our community is how can we best minister and support them at a time of incredible tragedy and loss.
According to the Washington County Sheriff's Office, the family was returning home from a shopping trip when the toddler was left unattended. First responders were dispatched to Vail just before 6:15 on Monday evening. When they arrived, a bystander was attempting CPR. First responders took over, but the child was unresponsive. He was declared deceased at the scene. Janie Hawley, who has helped keep the community informed through her Facebook page, says,
"It's been nothing but an outpouring of love and support and concern, and We're just hoping that this family can pull through this and that we as a community can rally behind them.
According to National Weather Service data, it was 101 degrees at the St. George Regional Airport at 6:15 on Monday. The exact temperature in Vail and in the car are under investigation. The Sheriff's Department says this is still a very active investigation and it may take a while to get further answers. I also spoke with Fire Chief Charlie Guthrie with the Special Services District. He said this case is a stark reminder of how quickly car temps can turn deadly, adding that it doesn't take long for a child to succumb to these types of temperatures. In Vail, Liv Kelleher, KUTV 2 News.
Liv, thank you. According to the site noheatstroke.org, since 1998, more than 1,000 children have died in hot cars from pediatric vehicular heat stroke. 13 of those children have been in Utah, not counting this week's death in Vail. Only 2 states, New Hampshire and Alaska, have not recorded a death since 1998. Most of those deaths came after the child was forgotten by a caregiver. It's also dangerous to leave pets in hot cars. If you see a dog trapped in a hot vehicle, the Humane Society says you should not break the window. Instead, call police or animal control. Once free, move the dog out of the sun, lay it on a cool towel. You can also put a small amount of cool water around the ears and paws, then offer small amounts of room temperature water for the pet to drink. Move over, Maverick. There's a new sheriff coming to town, coming up on Ark Salt Lake. You get a look at the first beloved beaver-themed travel stop in Utah.
We consider this a destination experience,
What is the Buc-ee's experience?
a sensory overload.
Buc-ee's is a lot of the talk right now. The beaver-themed travel stop chain set to open a location in Springville, Utah. That would be the first in the Beehive State. Leslie Duarte is in Springville talking to locals and the city about the planned addition.
It's kind of like a Walmart for a gas station.
The beloved Texas-based massive travel center Buc-ee's will soon open its first location in Utah.
I think it's really cool. Buc-ee's is a great big convenience store.
On Tuesday, the city of Springville passed a memorandum for the development of the Buc-ee's on the west side of I-15.
We fit perfectly the place that they're looking to expand into. We're a smaller community, but we're right in the heart of Utah.
How long has this been in the works?
So there's been discussions off and on for quite some time.
Patrick Money, Springville Director of Administrative Services, says the next step is for the city to build the necessary infrastructure.
Memorandum of Understanding helps us get their commitment to be with us and our commitment to them that we will do those things.
The plan is a 74,000 square foot project.
How's the city preparing for that?
So because it's on the west side of I-15, that's why they got involved quite a bit with UDOT earlier on to talk about those impacts.
According to the city of Springville, Buc-ee's is looking to hire over 200 full-time employees with an average wage of $18 to $20 an hour.
You know, anytime we can offer more full-time jobs close to our community is always a big plus for our residents and even drawing other people to come to Springville.
Some locals say,
I think Buc-ee's is a cool logo, but I won't wear the t-shirt, sorry.
The city says if things go as planned, Buc-ee's could open by spring 2028. Reporting in Springville, Leslie Duarte, KUTV 2 News.
So at the end of the day, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. We got to look ahead to spring 2028. We want to know what you think. Will Buc-ee's be a hit with Utahns, or will Adventure's first stop always prevail? I think the sheer numbers will probably play into that. Scan the QR code on your screen to vote in tonight's poll. Right now, more than half of you are saying, yes, I cannot wait to try the beaver nuggets. I would like to wear a t-shirt. Fire crews all across the state have had their hands full this summer. According to the latest data from our friends at the Division of Forestry, Fire and State Lands, the total amount of wildfires this season, of all sizes, up to 911. 66% of the fires started this year have been caused by people. Fire crews say at least one new fire start has caused them to respond basically every single day since May 14th. Over 163 acres have been burnt. Fire crews in the high Uintas continue to work on the Beulah fire. This one has burnt nearly 6,000 acres. This video, by the way, is from like really early on in the fire. I don't believe we have anything overly recent due to what the update says. 75% completed there in terms of their objectives. Right now, crews are removing equipment from the area that's no longer needed. Firefighters are now turning their attention to some more isolated parts of the fire to put out hot spots. Pretty rugged terrain out there. That's what people like to go see, though. Fire officials tell us excess crews, engines, and equipment are being released from the fire. That's good news. Fire weather not really on the brain right now, even though temperatures have been warm. Not really consistently compared to where we were at our peak, where wildfires were problematic for a lot of the communities, primarily in southern Utah. Meteorologist Chase Thomason here with our first alert forecast.
You probably noticed a little bit more moisture out there, a little bit of cloud cover, a little bit of rain down in southern Utah. I'm also watching the tropics to see if we can get to tap into some of this moisture. Hurricane Lorena, Category 1 winds at 80 miles per hour. It is moving to the northwest, going to approach the desert southwest, but it's going to make more of a right turn. So Arizona, New Mexico, Texas might be tapping into this moisture later this weekend. Probably going to stay away from Utah, but I am watching it for us. Today, 91 degrees in Salt Lake City. Hot day, temperatures staying about 5 degrees above normal again, but but a little relief is coming our way as we wrap up the week and head into the weekend because of the cloud cover and the increase in rain. Now, rain chances are low along the Wasatch Front over the next few days, but we can't rule out a stray thunderstorm. It does look like Saturday is our best chance to see some scattered thunderstorms. Probably won't be widespread, and then some drier air begins to move in, but still can't rule out one of those pop-up thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. So high pressure has been on top of Utah, and that's why temperatures have been warm, but it's shifting towards the southeast, so it's pumping up some of that moisture with that change in wind direction more out of the south. We've had a little bit of rain across portions of central and southwestern Utah, and this will likely continue through this evening, but it's very hit or miss, mainly just some light showers out there. Showers will be falling apart later tonight, and then by the afternoon tomorrow, some of that moisture drifting more into portions of central and even northern Utah. Salt Lake County north dry, but we might see a stray shower or thunderstorm down in Utah County throughout the evening, and a few more thunderstorms through central and southwestern Utah and even maybe eastern Utah. And you see that rain kind of shifting to the south into Cedar and St. George by tomorrow night. For tonight, though, mostly cloudy skies with overnight lows in the 50s and 60s. Tomorrow, look at the low 80s in central Utah, so a bit cooler with that cloud cover, and temperatures not as hot in northern Utah with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Flash flood risk is also increasing. Got to stay out of those slot canyons, normally dry washes, rivers, and streams. It is a possibility Thursday and Friday at some of those state and national parks to our south. And that will likely continue into Saturday, because this high pressure is just slowly drifting towards the Four Corners, but eventually it's going to swing up a little bit more moisture into northern Utah by Friday and across portions of eastern Utah, and again on Saturday. Now, by Sunday, we begin to dry out across southwestern Utah as high pressure moves in and brings in that drier air, but still a few of those pop-up thunderstorms in northern and northeastern Utah on Sunday and again Monday afternoon, but very hit or miss. St. George, low to mid 90s all the way through the weekend. Chance for a little bit of rain. Friday might be your best chance. Sunny skies return on Sunday and into next week with highs in the low to mid 90s, which is near normal for next week. Salt Lake, 88 tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, 86 on Friday, low to mid 80s over the weekend, so not too hot. Pretty comfortable out there. Overnight lows staying in the 60s. And then dry air begins to move in with a southwest flow. Could get a little gusty next week, beginning on Tuesday, with temperatures in the 80s. And by the end of next week, we could be dipping into the 70s.
Coming up here on Arc Salt Lake, just hours away from the Powerball drawing. Why tonight may be the night you'll want to make a quick little drive there last minute over state lines to get yourself a ticket. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints giving us an update on renovations to the Salt Lake Temple. The Holiness to the Lord panel on the temple's east side has now been restored. The large assembly room on the 5th floor of the temple is now free of scaffolding. The space is designed for large gatherings and special meetings, and chandeliers have been installed in the north ceiling wing. Work is expected to finish up at the end of next year. Meanwhile, Burger King, have it yo way, bringing back a fan favorite sweet treat to its menu after a 13-year hiatus. We're talking about Cine Minis. They'll be available nationwide all day for a limited time. The miniature cinnamon rolls with sweet icing dipping sauce, first introduced 1998. They were discontinued in 2012. A Change.org, I love that, a Change.org petition demanding their return launched in 2016, picking up thousands of signatures. I always wonder if that had the entire effect on it, if that was the reason they're back. You need to go to Wendover or elsewhere. You still got time to buy tickets in tonight's $1.4 billion Powerball drawing. It's the 4th largest jackpot in the game's history. Tickets are $2 each. To win, you must correctly match all 6 numbers. The odds of hitting the jackpot, 1 in 292,000. Oh, sorry, not 1,000, million. You got to buy tickets elsewhere. Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Arizona. We're back for football tomorrow night.